Time has expired. The chair will now recognize Mr. Knott for 5 minutes of questioning.
Mr. Chairman, it's good to be here. Thank you for having this hearing. To the witnesses, I would say thank you. I think I owe you another thank you. This has been quite a long hearing, and unfortunately, the Democrats have obstructed, they've distracted, and they've refused to engage in this topic because it shows that their narrative that they have authored is false. That what happened at the border was just perfectly in line with the norm. It was beneficial to the country. There was nothing they could do about it. Whatever narrative they've written, it is false. This was a designed, intentional, and protected endeavor to bring millions of people into this country regardless of the consequences. It was designed by the Biden-Harris administration, and the Democrats on this committee are still defending it. It's just astounding. They will not say this hurts the American people. Unchecked illegal immigration hurts the American people. We could go on and on. I want to give you all some time to talk. Mr. Howell, starting with you. One of our esteemed colleagues on the other side declared that what happened at the Biden border was not politically motivated. It was all charity. Do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely not. It was a highly coordinated plan executed by some of the most radical elements of this country for the sole purposes of ushering in a massive border crisis, which caused tremendous damage and is still being defended to this day.
Does that affect the electoral count or congressional apportionment?
Absolutely, it affects the census.
Do you think that that is lost on Democratic governors, senators, and congressmen and the Biden-Harris administration?
It is absolutely not.
Was there a plan to send them to politically sensitive states?
I think they send them everywhere, but the highest concentrations are the urban areas, which are clearly of benefit to the Democrats.
Was there evidence that these individuals here illegally were coached on how to register to vote, where to go, what to say, how to evade capture from immigration officials?
Correct. It's happening still today with these nonprofits coaching them on how to evade. As for the voting, as this country's voting system became a laughingstock with the mass mail-in ballots, we have evidence from the Biden White House of a listening session they held with these radical activists where they were encouraging the Biden White House not to even ask people if they were citizens before trying to register them to vote.
It's worth noting that the Democratic Party is staunchly and uniformly against voter ID, no matter what state has been proposed. Just a random thought. Ms. Hopper, what interest do international parties have in sending millions of people to this country illegally, including children?
Particularly the countries that we have visited, a lot of the individuals that are leaving are criminals in their home countries. So their governments, their country's government, have no interest in retaining them. You are having the worst of the worst leave your country. You are having a decrease in crime because the worst of the worst are leaving your country.
Is there also financial incentives? Are they not sending money out of this country back to their home countries?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They make money in this country.
So they're getting rid of criminals, and then they're taking home money.
Exactly.
Amazing. You mentioned earlier, I'm sorry for being quick, there was one person at this call center for abused children, 65,000 unanswered phone calls. Let's back up before they even got here. How many people were in charge of vetting the millions of people that came across the border? Vetting is being used as though it happened. Vetting did not happen, did it?
Not in a meaningful way, no.
It was a process. They were processed into the country.
Supposedly, and not in a consistent way.
Right. Now, I've got one more question, Mr. Rosa. I want to give you a chance to respond to Mr. Green. He looked right at you and said he didn't believe that you really thought that children were mistreated by a charity with the name Catholic in it. I want to make a distinction. It was not an extension of the Catholic Church. This was a uniformly named charity with the word Catholic in it. But I want to give you a chance to respond.
Well, yeah, because the reason why that was just a weird thing to say is because the people at the border, they know how these things work, right? This isn't new. So these NGOs, not just Catholic charities, a whole bunch of them, they knew that the vetting wasn't done, that this was being done haphazardly because of the volume, right? The volume overwhelmed the system. And so there are shortcuts that need to be taken.
By design.
By design, exactly. Yes. And so they still took the money to do that. They knew that these children were being abused. Before they arrived to the border, there was probably going to happen after they got to their final destination, whether it's a workplace or sexual abuse. And they still took the money because it was taxpayer dollars. And they increased their pockets. And so it's very frustrating because I've seen children as young as 7 crossing by themselves. I saw a girl hold a 2-year-old, just them. So, he doesn't know me. A lot has been said about our credibility, but I've been there and I've seen it, and this was a big problem.
Yep. Well, I'll close with this. Again, this was the biggest problem that I have seen in my lifetime. And it's going to take decades to fix. And it's astounding that the Democratic Party not only built it, not only implemented it, but they are still defending it. And the American people need to know that if they get back in power, those open border policies and the flood of mass migration will return. We cannot let that happen. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Knott. With consultation with the ranking member,